Hello friends, welcome to practice. Today we're going to have a nice gentle flow. Starting on our backs, you can lower down, keeping the knees bent. This is just going to provide a little extra support to the lower back. And when you get there, just starting practice to begin to calm the body down by coming to the breath. It is our breath and mind that are direct reflections of one another. And so let's just take a minute to work to slow the breath down by bringing awareness to where the inhale brings a little bit of space to the body. Maybe it's expansion to the belly. And the exhale is providing that softening. So maybe it's the space between your brow that starts to relax a little further. The jaw could soften. And just noticing the breath. Anywhere the body maybe feels some tightness or tension, sending the breath there. And let the open mouth exhale, just let the tension fall away from the body. We use our breath as a tool through practice to send oxygen where the body needs it. So a lot of times I'll reference, where are you feeling a stretch? Or in this case, just expansion. Because on that exhale, that's the keys to the spot where I want you to relax, whether it be the belly button dropping towards the spine, or even just softening any muscular hold on. Full breath in. Fill your belly, the ribs, your chest. Come to the very top of your breath. Hold it in. Open mouth, let it sigh away. Good. One more big breath into your belly. Open mouth, make some noise, audible exhale. Good. Start to seal your lips. We're going to move to an ujjayi breath, which is just breathing in and out through the nose. Still working to fill the belly up as you breathe in. And empty out as you exhale. Good. Start to hug the knees inwards towards your chest. The hands are going to come to the kneecaps. Fingertips going to point down towards the feet. So we're kind of clawing our hands over the kneecap here. And then just bringing attention to this space in the lower back. We're going to do a nice little lower back reset. Very simple movement. The exhale bends your elbows, pulling the knees to the chest. You might notice the tailbone curling up. And on an inhale, straighten through the arms. Let the tailbone flatten. And let the feet and shins just kind of hang heavy here. A few more, just like that. Exhale, squeezing the knees in. Inhale, straightening through the arms. Got 2 more. Exhale in. Inhale, breathe in, let the belly expand. Good. Last exhale, just squeeze the knees towards the body. And then bring the hands behind the kneecaps, lift up through the shins, and then soften the shins once more. Tucking chin inwards towards your chest. Squeezing to a tight ball. You'll feel the back start to arch. And then use the legs to rock and roll up and down the spine. Keeping the chin tucked in. The tailbone curled up. One more rock here, and we're going to meet on all fours with our hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, hips width distance, toes are untucked here, and then bring the big toes together and the knees about as wide as the mat. Finding a child's pose, send the hips back, start to reach the hands forward, melting the forehead down to your mat. If you have a block accessible today, maybe it's a block underneath the forehead. This is just another option to bring the ground a little bit closer to where the forehead still has support. The neck doesn't really have to do the work to hold the head in place. Or just resting on the mat. Both options are great here. Coming back to your breath, really allow the inhale to fill all the way up through the belly. Exhale, softening through hips, heels, letting the hips really sink back. You might feel the lower back lengthen. Full breath in, fill the belly. Breathing out through the nose, softening the shoulders, the chest. You might notice yourself sinking a little bit more. Maybe you want to set the block off to the side, resting forehead to the mat. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Inhale. Slowly start to shift forward. Nice and gentle on the hips as you lift upward. Walk the hands back under the shoulders, hugging one knee in at a time. Good. Inhale starts to drop your belly, lifting the gaze and tailbone. Exhale, round through the back, chin to chest, tailbone tucks, really push through those shoulder blades and maybe little rocks forward and back. Good, find some stillness. And then on the inhale, dropping down through the belly, gaze lifts upward as the chest opens and the tailbone lifts. Taking our cat-cows. Exhales, doming through the back. Inhale, lifting up through the chest and tailbone. Good, let's meet in a neutral spine. The gaze will come down to your hands. Send the right toes all the way back here. So coming up onto the ball of your feet, just find some little rocks in the calf, on the ball of the foot, stretching the sole of the foot. Good, pause with the heel pushing back. Feel that nice stretch in the calf. One breath in. One breath out. Good, inhale, shift forward, lift up through the right heel, circling the right toes outside that left ankle. Gaze is going to go over that back left shoulder. Full breath in. Full breath out. Letting the breath inhale, opening that right rib cage just slightly. Good. Next inhale, gaze comes down, right heel circles back, drop the back toes. Let me kick my little towel out of the way here. And then finding a three-legged down dog. Lift the left knee up and kick the left heel high. Big breath in. Exhale, soften the right heel. Good. Exhale, drops the left toes down. Pedal the feet left and right. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, drops your right knee under the right hip. Finding those little rocks on the left side. Good. Really kick that heel back, rolling all the way to the toe. Soles of the feet. Calf is stretching. Good. Exhale, sending the heel back. Full breath in, holding here. Full breath out. Good. Inhale, shift forward. Left heel lifts and crosses the left toes outside of your right ankle. Gaze makes its way to the back right shoulder. Good. This inhale, filling up the left rib cage. Full breath out. Feel the air leave the belly. Good. Next, inhale, gaze comes back between the hands, circling the left heel back. The left toes drop to the back of your mat. Inhale, right heel lifts all the way up, three-legged, down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, soften the left heel. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, right toes meet the left. Start to pedal the feet, moving the hips side to side. Feet are hips width distance apart here, and then pause. Bending through both knees. Drop the belly towards the thigh and push through the hands. Let the chest drop towards the thighs and knees. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Inhale, straighten through the legs. Soften through the heels. And your next inhale looks to your hands as you take 10 little baby steps to the top of your space for a forward fold. Inhale will lift you up halfway, like you're peering off of a ledge here. The spine gets nice and long. Pull the shoulders back. Full breath in. Fill the belly. Exhale, empty out. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, bend through the knees slightly. Hinge at your hips. Release the shins to the ground. Chin tucking to chest. Crown of the head hangs heavy. Go ahead and heel toe your feet a little bit wider than the hips here. And on the inhale, lift one more time, halfway, hands to shin, nice long spine. Exhale, we actively empty the belly, chin to chest, crown of the head hanging long. Hands are gonna find opposite elbows, working to let the biceps frame the ears and face. Ragdoll pose, eyes can close down or gaze is behind you. Maybe little rocks left and right, letting the upper body sway. If the hips are feeling a little bit tight here, maybe you pause to readjust, bringing toes a little bit wider. Again, taking that minute in stillness to really let the exhale pull the crown of the head long. Full breath in. Full breath out. Wherever you're at, we meet back through our center. One more big inhale together. Exhale, release the elbows. Inhale, lifting halfway. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toes the feet back underneath your hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Gentle bend invited to the knees. Inhale, sweeping the arms high. Lift the arms to frame the face. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Full breath in. Full breath out. Perfect. Next inhale sweeps your arms high. Go ahead and bring your big toes to touch. I'm going to turn to face you. And then bending through your right elbow. The left hand finds the right elbow, and the inhale lifts you upward. Exhale, lean to your left. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, switching it out. Right hand finds left elbow. Exhale, leans you over to the side. One breath in. One breath out. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Heel toe the feet back apart as the hands drop to your heart. Inhale, sweeps the fingertips upward. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Now we've got options here. If we've got blocks, we'll bring them in on the medium setting, dropping them outside of our feet. If we are not using blocks, hands drop to the ground. We all step our left foot back. Good. Dropping your back knee, untuck through the toes. Good. Inhale wherever you're at, arms sweep all the way up, biceps framing the face. Full breath in to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, sink the hips forward. Start to feel a little more opening in that left hip. Good. Full breath in. Full breath out. Squeeze the inner thighs. Good. Exhale. Hands will find the mat, or if our blocks are there, hands to blocks. We all exhale, straightening through the front leg, walking hands and or blocks back with you, right toes peeling up to the face. So I want you to pretend like there's gum on the front heel here, and on the inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, drop through your back knee, and then like you're scraping gum off this front heel, start to feel a lengthening in your hamstring. Full breath in, breathing through any tension, any tightness. Exhale, softening that same muscle. Just let the body surrender. One more inhale. One more exhale. Good. Inhale, lifting up. Walk your blocks forward or bringing hands with you wherever you're at. Our back toes untuck, the back knee lifts. Left hand stays down. Inhale, reaches the right arm all the way up. So we've got a nice runner's twist here. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. If you want to get onto this outer right hip or open up on the left leg, we roll to the pinky edges of our feet and then circle the right arm back like you're reaching to that back foot. Horizon lunge. One breath in, one breath out. Good. Inhale, we all meet back onto the feet, arm is high. Exhale, framing the front foot, both hands stepping down. Good. Push off your back toes, step all the way forward. Forward fold, top of your space. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold, dropping hands to the ground, this time stepping your right foot back. Drop through your back knee, untuck through the toes. On the inhale, we lift high. Arms reach up. Full breath in. Full breath out. Hi, Arthur. Good. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands down to frame the front foot. Our hands are to blocks or mat. We all exhale, straightening through the front leg, walking the hands back to frame the left leg. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, gum on the front heel, scrape it back. Good, full breath in. Full breath out, breathing through that stretch, sending oxygen right where the body needs it, and then softening. Good. Next, inhale, we lift up in the chest to walk hands and or blocks forward. Right hand stays down, back knee lifts. Inhale, runner's twist, left arm reaching up. Now again, you can stay right here. You might feel enough of a stretch here in this left hip. If you want a little bit more, roll to the pinky edges of both feet as you circle the left hand back. That right hand's really supporting as the right hip lowers. One breath in. Exhale, we all meet both hands to the top of the space, framing the front foot. Push off your back toes, stepping forward, forward fold. Chin tucks to chest. Set your blocks at the top of your space. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. We all step back, finding a high plank. Good. Dropping your knees for a little bit of support here. Bend through the elbows as the toes untuck and you drop down to the belly. Hands are underneath the shoulders. And on the inhale, lift just the chest, being light in your fingertips. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Sliding hands outside the ribs. Squeeze your elbows in. Inhale, straight arms. Lifts you all the way up. Full breath in. Gaze is forward here. Neck is long. Full breath out. Good. Exhale, sends the hips back. Child's pose. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, shift forward, toes tuck, hips lift high, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale, soften the knees, lengthen the spine by pushing into the hands. And on the inhale, reach the right leg all the way up. This time, bending through your right knee, stack the hips open and invite some small circles, both directions. Good. Pausing, squaring hips to the mat, and inhale, kicks your right heel high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. This time finding lizard's lunge. The right foot steps outside of the right hand. So take any adjustments in the hand. Right toes are facing the top right corner of your mat. We all drop our back knee. Good. Another great place for blocks. Maybe sliding them on the lowest level underneath the hands. This can help open up the hips just a little bit more. So it makes a little bit more space in the hips for these movements. Back toes are untucked. Inhale your gaze forward. Good. On your next exhale, start to straighten through this right leg, letting the right toes peel upward. Tuck the chin to the chest. Gaze to your back knee. Breathing all the way in, all the way out. Good. Next, inhale, shift forward. Left hand stays down. Right hand finds the right knee. Now this right elbow likes to stay lifted. I want you to soften the right elbow towards the right hip crease. Good. That's pulling a little bit more of the shoulder away from the ear, making some more space where we tend to carry lots of tension. Now, if we want a deeper opening in the chest, again, we have this option to reach the right hand back. Another way to deepen this pose is to get a deeper stretch in your left quad. Left knee can bend, and maybe it's just little pulses today. Or maybe the hand finds pinky edge of your foot for a bind. Good, wherever you're at, even if we're on hand to knee, we're holding here for a few more breaths into the belly. My binders, you have the option again to deepen the stretch in the quad by bringing the gaze forward. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. Next exhale, we all meet with our hands inside of the right foot. Good. If we've got blocks, we're going to set the right block to the side. All of us are going to heel toe our right foot back through center to frame our front foot. Again, if we're using blocks, off to the side. Inhale, lifts the back knee, stepping back, high plank. We're taking a full chaturanga, option to drop knees for support or stay lifted, lower all the way down, hover to the mat. Inhale, rolling over the toes, lift the chest upward facing dog. Exhale, we all untuck the toes, lifting the hips high, downward facing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lifting the left leg, bending through the left knee, stack your hips open. Finding those circles, both directions, rotating from the hip. Good. Squaring your hips back to the mat. Let the inhale kick your left heel high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, stepping outside the left hand. Drop to your back knee. Now again, untucking the toes, take any adjustments that are needed. We can stay lifted on hands. If we're using blocks today, maybe inviting them underneath. Listening to this right hip. How deep is it? Those blocks are a great tool to bring a little more space in the hips. Full breath in, gaze comes forward. Exhale, we all straighten through the left leg. Hands stay at the top of your space, toes peeling up. Chin tucks towards chest. Full breath in. Soften the left knee and hip. Keep those left toes pointed upward. Good. Next, inhale, shift forward. Right hand staying down. Left hand finding the left knee. Good. See this lifted elbow? I want you to relax your elbow. Good. Make that space between shoulder and ear. Staying right here if this is enough of a twist, or opening the chest deeper. Left fingertips reach to the back of your space. Good. Again, stay, hold right here if this is enough. Or come a step further, deepening the quad stretch, right knee bend. Maybe those pulses to strengthen this quad, or maybe we're there and hand finds foot for that hold, crooked monkey. Good. We again have that option, binders, to deepen your quad stretch. Gaze coming forward. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Wherever we're at, we all will release, meeting with hands inside the front foot. Again, stepping left block to the side, we all heel toe our left foot through center. Frame the front foot, remove the second block if it's there, lift your back knee, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, all the way down. Option to bend those knees. Inhale, find your back bend. Good. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, hinge forward. Drop to your knees and circle the legs off to one side. We're going to start to send our legs long towards the top of the mat. Bringing hands outside of the hips. And then just working here on some length in the spine. So I want you to get comfortable. Move the sitting bones. Toes are pointed in. Hands are outside the hips. Good. Inhale nice and tall. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, sweeps the arms high. Good. Exhale, I want you to hinge in the hips, keeping the back straight. So once you start to round in the back, lift yourself back up. We're just hinging in the hips. Good. And then dropping through the arms. So we're almost in this like halfway lift, right? Bend through the knees so that the knees find your belly, and then lift up like you're draping yourself over the legs, chin to chest, and the back can round. This really allows the back to open up versus straining the back, because all of our hinge is now in the hips. Now you have the option to get a deeper stretch in the hamstrings by maybe sliding the heels forward, keeping the integrity in that hip hinge. Wherever you're at, just let the head hang heavy. Taking a full breath in, notice the space in the back of the spine. And the exhales, just letting you sink and surrender a little deeper to the pose. Full breath in. Maybe an open mouth, sigh it away. 3 more breaths on your own, filling all the way up through the back body. Sigh it away. Last 2 breaths. Good. Next inhale, start to lift halfway, straight arms, straight back. Walking hands towards the body, bending through the knees. We're going to sink our hips towards the heels to come all the way down onto your back. Nice and slow. Taking your time getting there. If you got any ponytails or clips, maybe setting those out of the way so that the back of the head can just really flatten to the mat. And then hug the knees towards your chest. Let's take some circles here just to give a little love to the lower back. Good. Pausing right through your center. Start to drop the soles of the feet to the mat. Now work to keep the heels as close to your glutes as possible. The feet and knees are both hip-width distance apart. Palms are outside of the hips, facing downward. We're going to press to the ground in a moment. But just notice the curvature of your spine, anywhere maybe that the lower back has a little arch. Good. And on your exhale, we're going to work to connect the lower back to the mat by slowly tilting the tailbone upward. And as the lower back starts to push towards the mat, your inhale will come to continue to lift the spine one vertebrae at a time. Lifting upward through the hips, using that press in the hands for balance. The hips will lift upward as the balance moves to your shoulders. And as you breathe in, let the belly fill all the way up. Exhale's gonna squeeze your inner thighs, keeping those knees from flaring out. One more big breath in. Exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time, letting the tailbone be the very last to unravel, taking that full breath in when the hips land. Exhale, just noticing how curling the tailbone upward brings the lower back to the mat. Good. Starting to hug knees inwards towards your chest. Your peace fingers will start to reach upward to the ceiling, and then kicking toes towards the peace fingers, we're going to drop your knees wide for a happy baby. Now we have another option here. If peace fingers aren't making their way to the toes, maybe hands come to the ankles or even behind the knees. Again, just allowing knees to drop wide wherever you're at. Tailbone working to keep flat on the mat along with the back of your head. And then maybe it feels good to find some little rocks left and right. Beautiful. We'll meet back through your center, releasing the toes, ankles, or knees, hug knees back through center. And then find a 90-degree angle with the legs. Reach your arms out to a T. Drop the toes to the ground. Lower through the heels, crossing right leg over left. Full breath in. Exhale, twist to your right. Feel that opening in the left hip. We've had lots of flexion in the hips today. One breath in. Soft breath out. Good. Option to bring gaze over to the left fingertips for full spinal rotation. One more big breath in. Find control in the exhale. Good. Next inhale, gaze comes up through center as the knees follow through. Unravel slowly, keeping right ankle to left knee. Big breath in. Exhale, legs drop to the left this time. So this little funky figure four twist. Big breath in. This time, take your right fingertips and circle them towards the right hip. Our gaze is also going to go to the left this time, making space again between the right ear and shoulder to relax the shoulder and that space that we carry a little extra tension. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. Let your first inhale bring a gaze upward. And on your next breath in, use the core here to help pull the legs back up through center. Good. Unravel. Feet or hips width distance apart. Left leg crosses over the right. Arms reach back out to a T. Full breath in. Exhale, twist to your left. Good. Big inhale here. Slow exhale. Offering gaze to the right if you like full spinal rotation. Just simply being with breath and body. Inhale, bringing gaze back upward, letting knees follow through. Start to unravel, leaving left ankle on the right knee. Big breath in. Exhale, legs drop to the right just how they are. Good. This time we drop left hand outside the left hip, offering the gaze to the right side. Good. Funky figure four twist. We've got 2 more breaths here to just let that expansion explore. Soften the left shoulder. Good. 1 more round of breath. Using the next 2 inhales to bring gaze upward. And the second breath in, pulling legs through center, using the core to get there. Start to unravel. This time bring feet mats width distance apart. We're going to bring your right hand to your belly, left hand up towards the heart, and find little windshield wipers rocking the legs side to side. Good. Meet back up through your center. Heel toe the feet back together, hugging knees in towards your chest. Hands behind kneecaps, chin to chest. Squeeze to the tightest ball you can. Deepest breath in you can take. Good. Exhale, letting everything go. Legs long, arms wide for Shavasana. Again, allowing the body to just find stillness so that we can take the time needed to absorb the practice, all of the energy you've moved with your breath, letting that sink in as the space between your brow relaxes, the jaw softening. Just allowing each inhale to seep in all the way to the belly. Exhales, surrendering. Lie here as long as you like. Namaste.